The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead like a swarm of angry bees, casting a harsh glow over the empty aisles of the Walmart supercenter in suburban Atlanta. Adeline Thompson pushed her cart forward, her mind a whirlwind of exhaustion and unspoken frustrations. It was well past midnight and she shouldn't have been here. Her fiancé Mark was probably asleep back at their apartment, oblivious to the storm brewing inside her. But insomnia had driven her out, seeking solace in the mundane act of late-night shopping. As she turned into the electronics section, her eyes caught on a figure restocking shelves. The woman was about her age, mid-20s, with a pixie cut that framed a face etched with quiet determination. She wore the standard blue vest over a simple tee, but there was something about her, a confidence in her movements, a subtle grace that made Adeline pause. "Excuse me," Adeline said, her voice cracking slightly from disuse. "Do you have any noise-canceling headphones? I can't sleep." The employee turned, her blue eyes meeting Adeline's hazel ones, and for a moment, the world narrowed to just that connection. "Sure, right over here," she replied with a warm smile that lit up her features. Her name tag read Riley. As Riley led her to the display, their hands brushed accidentally while reaching for the box, sending an unexpected jolt through Adeline's body. What was that? She thought, her heart racing. It was nothing, just static from the carpet. But deep down she knew it was more. A spark she'd been ignoring for years. They chatted briefly about the headphones, but the conversation stretched longer than necessary. Riley shared that she worked the night shift to pay for community college classes in graphic design, dreaming of escaping the monotony of retail. Adeline found herself opening up about her own life. The high-pressure job as a marketing assistant, the upcoming wedding to Mark that her conservative Southern Baptist family was so excited about. "Sounds perfect," Riley said, but her tone held a hint of skepticism that mirrored Adeline's inner doubts. "Why am I telling a stranger this?" Adeline wondered as she checked out. But as she drove home, Riley's face lingered in her mind, stirring feelings she'd buried since high school. Crushes on girls she'd dismissed as phases, friendships that felt too intense. "No," she told herself firmly. "You're straight. You're engaged. This is just stress from the wedding planning." The next night, insomnia struck again, and Adeline found herself back at Walmart, pretending to need batteries. Riley was there, and their talk flowed easier this time. Adeline learned about Riley's rough upbringing in a small Georgia town, how she'd come out as lesbian at 18 and been kicked out by her parents. "They said it was a sin," Riley confessed, her voice steady but eyes shadowed. "But I couldn't live a lie." Adeline's stomach twisted. "A sin." That's what her own parents would say. Pastor Thompson, her father, preached fire and brimstone every Sunday about the sanctity of traditional marriage. Her mother organized church bake sales and prayer groups, always reminding Adeline of her duty to God and family. Mark was the perfect match, stable Christian from a good family. But as Riley spoke, Adeline felt a pull, a recognition of her own suppressed truths. Over the following weeks, these midnight encounters became routine. Adeline would wander the aisles until she bumped into Riley, their conversations delving deeper. Riley shared stories of past relationships, the heartbreak of rejection, the joy of authenticity. Adeline listened, her mind racing with questions she dared not voice. Am I like her? The thought terrified her. What would it mean for her life, her family? One night, as they sat on a bench outside during Riley's break, the air thick with summer humidity, Riley looked at her intently. "You seem like you're carrying the weight of the world, Adeline. What's really going on?" Adeline hesitated, then blurted out, "I don't know if I love Mark. Not the way I'm supposed to." Tears welled up. Riley reached out, her hand covering Adeline's, and this time, the touch was intentional. Warmth spread through Adeline, awakening desire she'd long denied. Pulling away, Adeline stood abruptly. "I have to go." She fled to her car, heart pounding. This can't happen. It's wrong. But as she drove, the denial cracked. She thought of the time she'd stared too long at women in magazines, the unease during intimate moments with Mark. Was this who she really was? The next day, guilt consumed her. She avoided Walmart, throwing herself into wedding preparations. Her mother, Evelyn, gushed over dress fittings, while her father nodded approvingly. "Mark's a good man," he said. "You'll make a fine wife." But Adeline's mind wandered to Riley, wondering if she noticed her absence. A week later, unable to resist, Adeline returned. Riley was waiting, concern etched on her face. I thought I'd scared you off. Adeline shook her head. You didn't. You just made me think. They talked until dawn threatened. And as they parted, Riley slipped her a note with her phone number. If you need to talk. Adeline stared at the paper all day, her thumb hovering over the keys. What am I doing? This could ruin everything. But the loneliness was unbearable. She texted. Coffee tomorrow? The response came instantly. Yes. Their first meeting outside Walmart was at a quiet cafe in Midtown Atlanta. Adeline arrived nervous, her auburn hair tied back, trying to look casual in jeans and a blouse. Riley was already there, looking effortlessly cool in her leather jacket. As they sipped lattes, the conversation turned personal. Adeline admitted her confusion. I've always followed the path laid out for me. Church, family, marriage. But meeting you, it's like seeing a different world. Riley listened without judgment. It's okay to question, Adeline. But be careful. Coming out isn't easy, especially with family like yours. Adeline's chest tightened. Family. What would they say? Her brother Jake was the golden child, married with kids, living the dream. She was the dutiful daughter, but this would shatter that image. As they walked through a nearby park, their hands brushed again, and this time Adeline didn't pull away. The touch sent shivers down her spine. Is this what love feels like? Real love, not the obligation she felt with Mark? That night, lying beside Mark, Adeline couldn't sleep. His arm draped over her felt like a chain. She imagined Riley's smile, her laugh. Guilt warred with longing. How can I betray him? But am I betraying myself by staying? The meetings continued in secret, lunches, walks, stolen moments. Each one deepened the bond but also the conflict. Adeline's work suffered. She snapped at colleagues, withdrew from friends. Her mother noticed. What's wrong, honey? Wedding jitters. Adeline forced a smile. Yeah, that's it. One evening as they sat in Riley's tiny apartment, watching a movie, the tension peaked. Riley turned to her. Adeline, I like you. More than as a friend. Adeline's breath caught. I feel the same. But then reality crashed in. But Mark. My family. Riley nodded sadly. I know. You have to choose. Choose. The word echoed in Adeline's mind as she left. Choose between safety and truth, between family and self. The days blurred into a haze of deception. Adeline met Riley in hidden corners of the city. Parks at dusk, cafes far from her neighborhood. Each encounter fueling the fire within her. But the lies weighed heavy. To Mark, she claimed late work hours. To her family, bridal stress. Inside, the turmoil raged. How long can I keep this up? She asked herself nightly, staring at the ceiling while Mark snored beside her. Riley was patient, but Adeline saw the hurt in her eyes when she pulled away from a too intimate touch. I don't want to pressure you, Riley said one afternoon as they strolled along the Chattahoochee River. But living in the closet, it's soul-crushing. Adeline knew she was right. Memories of her teenage years flooded back. Secret admiration for her best friend Sarah, the confusion she'd confessed to no one. Her parents' sermons on morality had silenced those thoughts, but now they roared back. At a family dinner, the pressure mounted. Her father, Pastor Thompson, dominated the conversation. The world's going to hell with all this liberal nonsense, he boomed, fork waving. Same-sex marriage? It's an abomination. Adeline's fork clattered against her plate. Her mother shot her a look. You okay, dear? Adeline nodded, but inside rage simmered. How can he say that? Doesn't he know it hurts people? Hurts me? Later, alone in her childhood room, she cried. If they knew about Riley, they'd disown her. Jake, her brother, would side with them. He'd always been the perfect son. The thought of losing them terrified her. But so did the idea of losing Riley. The turning point came during a weekend getaway Mark planned to reignite their spark. At a cozy cabin in the Blue Ridge Mountains, he proposed a romantic dinner. As he kissed her, Adeline felt nothing but revulsion. This isn't right. I can't pretend anymore. She pushed him away gently. Mark, we need to talk. His face fell. What's going on, Adeline? You've been distant. Tears streaming, she confessed. Not the whole truth, but enough. I don't think I can marry you. I'm Confused about my feelings. Mark's shock turned to anger. Confused? After 3 years. Is there someone else? Adeline hesitated, then nodded. Sort of. He stormed out, leaving her alone with her thoughts. The next morning he drove them home in silence. I need time, he said as he dropped her off. Adeline watched him go, relief mixed with sorrow. I've hurt him, but staying would hurt us both more. She called Riley immediately. I ended it with Mark. Riley's voice was soft. Are you okay? They met that night, and for the first time, Adeline allowed herself to lean into the embrace. Felt like coming home. But joy was short-lived. Word spread quickly in their small social circle. Friends whispered. Some distanced themselves. Adeline's coworker, Lisa, confronted her. I heard about you and Mark. What's really happening? Adeline evaded, but the isolation grew. Society's judgment loomed. Atlanta might be progressive in parts, but her world was steeped in tradition. Then came the confrontation with her family. Her mother called, voice trembling. Mark phoned your father. He says you broke off the engagement. Why? Adeline's heart pounded. I need to tell you something. She drove to their house, nerves frayed. Seated in the living room, surrounded by family photos and Bible verses on the walls, Adeline spoke. I'm gay. I've met someone, a woman. Silence descended like a hammer. Her father's face reddened. What did you say? Her mother gasped, hand to her mouth. The argument erupted. This is the devil's work. Pastor Thompson shouted. You've been influenced by that sinful world out there. Adeline pleaded. It's who I am, Dad. I can't change it. Her mother cried. Think of the church, your reputation. What will people say? Jake on speakerphone added. Sis, this is a phase. Get help. Adeline left in tears, their words echoing. Abomination, sin, disappointment. She drove to Riley's, collapsing into her arms. They hate me. Riley held her. They don't hate you, they're scared. Give them time. But Adeline doubted. The price of her truth was exile from the only family she'd known. In the following weeks, the fallout intensified. Church members gossiped. Some sent concerned messages quoting scripture. Adeline lost her job. Her boss cited personal distractions, but she suspected bias. Financial strain hit hard. She moved in with Riley temporarily, their relationship a fragile anchor amid the storm. Yet doubts crept in. Was it worth it? Adeline wondered during sleepless nights. Riley's past scars made her wary too. I've been through this, she said one evening. Losing family hurts, but living authentically saves you. Adeline nodded, but the mending was slow. A betrayal came unexpectedly. Mark, bitter, outed her to mutual friends in a drunken rant at a bar. Social media exploded with judgments, some supportive, others vicious. Freak, one comment read. Adeline's phone buzzed endlessly. Why did he do that? Hurt turned to anger. She confronted him at a coffee shop. You had no right, she yelled. Mark sneered. You cheated on me emotionally. You deserve it. The exchange left her shaken, questioning her choices. Had she been fair to him? The guilt gnawed. Riley supported her, but tensions arose. You need to stand up for us, Riley urged when Adeline hesitated to post about their relationship online. Hiding validates their hate. Adeline snapped. Easy for you. You've already lost everything. Regret followed immediately, but the words hung heavy. They argued more, the pressure testing their bond. Adeline's inner conflict peaked. Love versus loss, self versus society. One night, alone while Riley worked, she journaled her thoughts. Is happiness worth this pain? The answer eluded her. The rift with her family widened into a chasm. Adeline tried reaching out. Texts, calls, but responses were curt or absent. Her mother's occasional messages dripped with passive aggression. Praying for you to find your way back. Her father blocked her number. The rejection cut deep, fueling nightmares of abandonment. At Riley's encouragement, Adeline sought therapy. The counselor, a kind woman in her 50s, helped unpack the layers. You've internalized shame, she said. Society's biases become our own. Adeline nodded, tears flowing. Why do I feel guilty for loving? Sessions revealed patterns. Her parents' expectations had shaped her. suppressing her identity for approval. Meanwhile, Riley's own demons resurfaced. Her estrangement from her family mirrored Adeline's, but years had hardened her. "I survived without them," she said bitterly. But Adeline saw the cracks. Riley's late-night stares, the way she flinched at mentions of parents. Their shared pain bonded them, but also amplified conflicts. A major clash came over holidays. Thanksgiving approached and Adeline yearned for family. "Maybe I can go alone," she suggested. Riley frowned. "And pretend I'm not real? That's regressing." Adeline exploded. "You don't get it. I miss them." The fight escalated, words like weapons. "Maybe this was a mistake," Adeline hurled in anger. Riley left for a walk, returning hours later. "I love you, but I can't be your secret." They reconciled tearfully, but the seed of doubt grew. Adeline pondered the trade-offs. Riley's love was passionate, real, but the cost: isolation, judgment, overwhelmed. Society's pressures compounded. At a pride event Riley dragged her to, Adeline felt exposed. Strangers cheered, but she imagined judging eyes. A former church friend spotted her. "Adeline? Is this you?" The awkward exchange ended with, "I'll pray for you." Humiliation burned. Then a glimmer of hope. Jake called. "Sis, let's meet." Neutral ground. They met at a diner. Jake looked uncomfortable. "Mom and Dad are devastated. They think it's a choice." Adeline explained. "It's not. It's me." Jake listened, then sighed. "I don't understand, but you're my sister." It wasn't acceptance but a crack in the wall. Emboldened, Adeline wrote a letter to her parents, pouring out her heart. "I love you, but I can't deny who I am." Days later her mother responded. "Come home. We need to talk." Adeline went, Riley waiting in the car. The meeting was tense. Her father quoted Bible verses. Her mother wept. "How could you choose this path?" Adeline stood firm. "It's not a choice. Denying it would kill me." Arguments flew about sin, society, legacy. "What about grandchildren?" her mother pleaded. Adeline's resolve wavered. "Am I selfish?" She left without resolution, but the door wasn't slammed shut. Riley comforted her. "Progress takes time." But Adeline sensed Riley's impatience. "How long will you wait for them?" Moral dilemmas deepened. Adeline volunteered at an LGBTQ center, hearing stories of rejection, suicide attempts. It awakened her to broader injustices. Yet she questioned her own ethics. Had she led Mark on? Betrayed her family's trust? A crisis hit when Riley's ex, Taylor, reappeared. Taylor, charismatic and toxic, texted Riley, stirring old feelings. Adeline discovered the messages accidentally. "Why are you talking to her?" Jealousy flared. Riley admitted. "She's just a friend now. But you pulling away makes me lonely." The accusation stung. Adeline realized her indecision hurt Riley. "I'm trying," she said. But inside fear whispered. "Maybe I'm not ready." The relationship strained under the weight. High drama unfolded at a family wedding. Jake's cousins. Adeline attended alone, per her parents' request. Whispers followed her. An aunt cornered her. "Heard about your phase. Shame on you." Adeline defended herself. "It's not a phase." The confrontation drew attention. Her father pulled her aside. "You're embarrassing us." Furious, Adeline left early, calling Riley. "I can't do this halfway." That night they decided to go public, a social media post of them together. Reactions poured in. Support from new friends, vitriol from old ones. Her boss, who'd rehired her at a new firm, was neutral but colleagues side-eyed. The backlash peaked when Pastor Thompson preached a sermon subtly aimed at her. The prodigal daughter strays, but redemption awaits. Adeline listened online, heartbroken. Is redemption code for conformity? Riley urged confrontation. Go to church. Face him. Adeline did, sitting in the back pew. After the service she approached. Dad, that was about me. He sighed. I'm trying to save your soul. Tears in his eyes surprised her. I love you, but it's hard. For the first time vulnerability showed. Adeline hugged him tentatively. I love you too. It wasn't forgiveness but a step. Back with Riley, hope flickered. But then a betrayal from within. Riley, frustrated, confided in a mutual friend about Adeline's hesitations. The friend told Adeline. She said you're not committed. Hurt exploded into argument. How could you? Adeline yelled. Riley countered. I'm human. This limbo is killing me. They separated for a night, Adeline crashing at a friend's. Alone, she reflected. Love requires sacrifice. But whose? Reconciliation came slowly. Adeline returned to Riley's apartment, apologies exchanged. I want this us, Adeline said. But I need time to heal with my family. Riley nodded. As long as we're honest. They rebuilt, attending couples therapy, learning to navigate the minefield of their traumas. Society's grind continued. Adeline faced discrimination at a job interview, subtle questions about her lifestyle. She walked out, empowered but unemployed again. Why is it so hard? She vented to Riley. Because change scares people, Riley replied. Their activism grew. They joined protests for LGBTQ rights, finding community. But family ties tugged. Christmas loomed, and Adeline invited her parents to a neutral dinner, with Riley. No preaching, she stipulated. They agreed reluctantly. The evening was awkward. Small talk avoided topics. Her father eyed Riley warily. So you're the one. Riley smiled politely. Yes, sir. I love your daughter. Tension simmered until dessert. Her mother asked, Are you happy, Adeline? Yes, she replied firmly. Her father grumbled. Happiness isn't everything. Eternity matters. Arguments reignited but ended in stalemate. As they left, her mother hugged her. We miss you, Adeline whispered. Then accept me. The encounter left her drained, questioning if reconciliation was possible. Moral quandaries haunted. Was forcing acceptance fair? Or should she cut ties for peace? A shocking twist came via Jake. He confessed over coffee. I'm questioning too. My marriage. It's not what I thought. Adeline stared. What do you mean? Jake admitted suppressed attractions to men. Watching you fight inspired me but scared me. The revelation bonded them but added complexity. If Jake came out, the family implosion would be total. Adeline advised caution. Think about the cost. Inside, hypocrisy gnawed. She'd paid dearly, should he? The siblings plotted support but secrecy strained. Riley's patience wore thin. Your family's drama is consuming you, Adeline snapped. They're my family. Another fight, this time about priorities. Riley packed a bag. I need space. Adeline panicked. Don't leave. But Riley went to a friend's, leaving Adeline alone with regrets. In solitude, Adeline confronted her choices. I've lost so much, for what? Awakening? Love? She called her therapist. Am I wrong to pursue this? The response. Wrong and right are subjective. What's authentic to you? Days later, Riley returned. I love you, but we need boundaries. They agreed, family separate from us. But reality blurred when Adeline's mother fell ill. A minor stroke. Adeline rushed to the hospital, Riley by her side despite protests. Her father relented, allowing Riley in. For Adeline's sake. Watching Riley comfort her mother shifted something. Thank you, Evelyn whispered. Post-recovery, tentative bridges formed. Invites to non-religious events. Yet betrayal lurked. Taylor, Riley's ex, showed up at their door, drunk and desperate. I miss you. Adeline overheard Riley turning her away, but doubt seeded. Do you still feel for her? Riley denied, but Adeline's insecurity flared. The climax built at a church event Adeline attended for her mother's sake. Pastor Thompson announced a healing seminar for struggling souls. Adeline realized it was conversion therapy thinly veiled. Furious, she stood during Q&A. This is harmful. It destroys lives. Chaos ensued. Congregants argued, some supporting her. Her father pulled her backstage. You've shamed me, Adeline retorted. You've shamed me by not accepting. Tears flowed. I can't watch you suffer, he admitted. A breakthrough? Or manipulation? Exhausted, Adeline confided in Riley. Maybe I should walk away. Riley held her. Only if it's your choice. The decision loomed, fight or flee. Jake's coming out accelerated everything. He told the family, sparking double outrage. Both my children? Pastor Thompson lamented. Adeline supported Jake, united against the storm. Society's mirror reflected. Online hate but also allies. In the midst, Riley proposed a trip, escape to New York for pride. Recharge. Adeline agreed, the journey symbolic. Amid crowds they kiss freely liberated. But calls from home intruded. Come back, we need to talk. Returning, Adeline faced the ultimate confrontation. A family meeting. Accusations flew. You've corrupted Jake. Adeline defended. No, we've found truth. Her mother mediated. Enough. We love you both. Her father stormed out but later returned. I don't agree, but you're my kids. It wasn't full acceptance but tolerance. Adeline weighed the victory. Partial but progress. With Riley, wounds healed. We've survived, Riley said. Adeline nodded but pondered the scars. Years passed in a tentative peace. Adeline and Riley's relationship solidified. Cohabitation, shared dreams. Adeline pursued a career in advocacy, channeling pain into purpose. Riley graduated, landing a design job. They built a chosen family. Friends, allies who celebrated them. Family dynamics evolved slowly. Holidays included awkward inclusions. Her father avoided deep talks, but attended their commitment ceremony quietly. Her mother baked for them, a silent olive branch. Jake divorced, found love with a man, and the siblings supported each other. But echoes of conflict lingered. Adeline sometimes woke from dreams of rejection, questioning her path. Was the pain justified? Society's progress helped. Laws changed, attitudes softened, but personal battles scarred. A final test came when Pastor Thompson retired. In his farewell sermon, he alluded to learning grace through family trials. Adeline attended, hopeful. Afterward, he hugged her. I'm proud in my way. Tears blurred her vision. Redemption or compromise? Riley and Adeline discussed children. Adoption, the future. Are we ready given our pasts? Adeline worried. Riley smiled. We've overcome worse. The decision brought joy but moral debates. Would their kids face bias? Reflecting, Adeline journaled. Choices define us. Mine cost family bonds but gained authenticity. The trade-off haunted yet fulfilled. One evening over dinner, Riley raised a glass. To us survivors. Adeline clinked, but inside a question burned. Did I choose right? The story of Adeline and Riley unfolded amid America's shifting landscape. Acceptance growing, but resistance persisting. Their love endured betrayals, awakenings, and sacrifices, a testament to resilience. Yet, in the quiet moments, Adeline pondered the ethics. Was denying her truth the greater sin, or forcing change on others? The answer remained elusive, a spark for debate. Was it morally right for Adeline to pursue her authentic self at the expense of her family's beliefs and unity? The awakening was gradual but profound. Adeline found herself at peace in ways she'd never known, yet the shadows of past decisions loomed. She volunteered more at the center, mentoring young lesbians navigating similar storms. Their stories mirrored hers, family rejection, self-doubt, reinforcing her resolve. But each tale reminded her of the cost. Suicides averted, lives rebuilt but always with loss. Riley thrived in her career, designing campaigns for LGBTQ rights. This is my fight, she said. Adeline admired her strength, but envied the closure Riley had with her own family, distant but final. Adeline's was ongoing, a slow thaw. A pivotal moment came when her niece, Jake's daughter, asked about Aunt Adeline's friend. The innocence pierced. Adeline explained gently, she's my partner like mommy and daddy. The child nodded, unfazed. Generations change, Adeline thought. Hope. But old wounds reopened when Mark remarried. Adeline saw the announcement online, a pang of guilt. Did I destroy his happiness? She messaged congratulations, receiving a curt thanks. Closure of sorts. Society's mirror was mixed. Atlanta's pride parades grew, but hate crimes persisted. Adeline marched, chanting for equality, Riley by her side. Empowerment surged but fear lingered. Internally, Adeline battled imposter syndrome. Was her love real or rebellion? Therapy helped but doubts whispered. Their commitment ceremony was intimate. Friends, Jake's family, even her mother attended. Her father sent a card. Wishing you well. Progress. As they honeymooned in California, Adeline reflected on the journey. From Midnight Walmart to this. I wouldn't change it, she told Riley. But silently, would I? Back home they pursued adoption. Interviews probed their stability. Bias subtle but present. Why us? Adeline fretted. Riley reassured. Because we're strong. Approval came, a baby girl joined them. Joy overwhelmed but challenges arose. Family visits tense, societal stares. Adeline's father met the child, softening. She's innocent. Adeline replied. So am I. The family mended piecemeal. Shared holidays, cautious conversations. Her father never fully accepted but tolerated. For the grandkid, he said. Adeline accepted the partial victory. Riley and Adeline's love deepened, weathered by trials. Arguments lessened, understanding grew. We've paid our dues, Riley said. In quiet reflection, Adeline weighed the scales. Loss of innocence, gain of truth. Betrayal's sting, awakening's light. The drama of their lives, a tapestry of conflict, choice, consequence. As the story closes, one question lingers, inviting judgment. Was Adeline's pursuit of self-authentic liberation or selfish disruption of family harmony?